Hello, beautiful love light. Welcome to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. My name's Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro because I view myself as a conductor standing in front of you, beautiful symphony of love lights, conducting all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. Welcome to my channel. Oh, someone's here. Who's here? Hi, say hi. Let me know who you are, or don't, whatever you want to do. Anyway, hello. Thank you for being here. So today we are talking about, and every day that I come in here, we're talking about the Mayan Galactic Calendar. So I have that right here. There's also a link to it in the description box below if you want to grab yourself one. I was introduced to this calendar by a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Cassia, and her channel is Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. You should check it out. She's rad. I really like Cassia a lot. Well, I don't know her personally, but I think in today's day and age, kind of get a feel for what people are all about through their presence online. Obviously, we are more multidimensional than that, and I understand that. However, I am one, and I always have been, where I recognize that human beings are so much greater than our faults, and we all have our faults. So I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and I look at people's hearts like I always have since I was a little girl. I've just always really looked at the heart of a person, which I have gained through how do you treat other people? What are the words that you use? What are the ideas that you have or speak about? Are you talking about ideas or are you talking about other people? And I've been that way my whole life, where when people who talked about other people, I was always like, okay, what? How does that serve any of us? Anyway, and being a female, it happened in my friendship circles quite a bit. So, and that's not to say I didn't join in. Please don't misunderstand me. Of course, I've had my fair share of gossiping days. However, that doesn't change the fact that at my core, I knew that there was why? Everyone makes mistakes. We all do things that we're not proud of, or that maybe we wished we hadn't. At least that's what I thought. People thought. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I've always been more aware than what I realized, even when I wasn't aware, if that makes sense. So normally I don't come in here on a weekend. I'm generally with my family, but today is a rainy day outside. So the lighting, which isn't offering too much more light, but hopefully I'll have enough light to get through this broadcast. But anyway, so I thought I'd come in here since, my family is just having a low-key rainy day, and I felt inspired to come in here and share about this Blue Galactic Eagle day that we are cycling through, the energetics of today. So let's dive in. We're going to start at the top level, which I just recently learned from a fellow viewer, that we are in the midst of a 13-year wave spell. We are in the White Wizard wave spell, which was pretty cool to learn because that's my tribe. So I was super excited to learn that. So the code keys of the White Wizard are enchants, receptivity, and timelessness. So the vibrational qualities of those words, the insights and associations that we have to those words, and the feelings that they invoke or inspire or drum up within us, all of those are going to be worthy of exploring as we navigate the next 9 years, because we're in the 4th year of that 13-year White Wizard wave spell, which brings us to this year. We're in the tone 4 year of that White Wizard wave spell, and this year is a red self-existing moon year. So the Red Moon tribe offers the code keys of purifies, universal water and flow. We're really flowing into and through that divine feminine energy that's been rising for the last several years and will continue to rise for probably the next several more. And the self-existing tone brings in more of the sacred masculine structure of define, measure, and form. So those ideas, concepts, again, the vibrational qualities of those words, what resonates within you when you hear those words, what ideas bubble up, again, associations, concepts, feelings, all those things are worthy of exploring. And I truly believe that what is meant for you to unpack and explore will bubble up for you. And it will just be like an epiphany almost, where it's like, oh, I need to dive into that and jot it down. So for instance, okay, so let me make sure. Yeah, so next up we'll do the 65 days season. But so yesterday, talking about epiphanies, at the end of the broadcast, I mentioned that I noticed the timestamp on my video was 3434. And so I actually wrote that down, and I, a couple different opportunities within my evening, I was able to pull up on my phone and read about the spiritual meaning of 3434. And some things I was like, yeah, that doesn't really resonate. But there were some things where I was like, holy shit, that resonates so deeply. Like, wow, that is spot on. So I thought that was really cool. And that's what I mean. Like, explore it in your own way. Whatever, if you want to journal about it, do that. If you want to, talk about it with a friend, if you're like me and you're an external processor, go for it. If you want to, look something up and investigate online and just kind of see, throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks, right? Like sometimes that's a really that's how we learn from one another, right? Like get people's advice. And if something resonates, be like, okay, that's probably for me. And if something doesn't, thank you for the advice. I'm glad that worked for you. I don't really know about that. Let me, or you don't say anything. Thank you so much for the advice. And you move on. And inside you're like, yeah, that's not for me. Right? Like all of those things are acceptable. So the code keys offer the invitation for us to dive in and unpack what the energetics are seeking to teach us within every now moment. So that's what this is about. And if something bubbles up for you, write it down, trust it, pull that thread, see where it guides you, right? Like that's the goal. That's my goal anyway. And if it's one of your goals too, I suspect that's why you're here. And I invite you to do the same. And again, if that doesn't resonate with you, release it, let it go. It's not meant for you, which is all good. All right, next up, the 65-day season that we're cycling through. We are cycling through the white northern dog season of heart. So we're diving into what our emotional body has to teach us. What are our emotional patterns or behaviors? Are they serving us? Are they not? What feelings are we feeling? Like what thoughts are we experiencing to evoke feelings, and are they serving us? Are they beneficial for me? Are they beneficial for my relationships? Are they beneficial for my endeavors? Are they beneficial for my studies? Like all of those things. Support yourself. Put yourself into a space and a state where you are in the driver's seat of your nervous system. And the quickest way to take control of your nervous system is to take control over your breath, which is why we practice meditation. Next, we have a 52-day castle that we're flowing through. This is going to wrap up this Friday on February 3rd. I can't believe that we're about to turn the calendar page to February. That's crazy. The Gregorian calendar. We have a little bit left of the lunar cycle, the resonant moon of attunement. However, we're still in the 52-day green central castle of enchantment. Again, offering this invitation to gain conscious control and clarity about the thoughts, words, and actions we're thinking, speaking, and taking. So that is what enchantment is all about. It's about this idea of words casting a spell upon the creation of our own existence within us, because every single solitary cell in your body is listening to your thoughts, is hearing your words, and the action that you take, it's actually like imprinted in you. So everything matters. It's all energy. It all vibrates out and comes back to us. It's kind of wild. So the more conscious we can begin creating our lives, the healthier and happier I believe we'll be. In the beginning, it sucks. And even now, like I'm several years into my consciousness journey, and it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. However, I'm better equipped to support myself when things happen where I'm like, right? Or sad or afraid, or like when all of those things, like I'm more aware of my feelings. Not 100%, but definitely way better than I was a decade ago, for sure. No question. No question. I'm so much further than I was 10 years ago. And that's the journey, right? Like allowing ourselves the time and space and opportunity to flow through and give ourselves what we need in order to gestate all of those seeds within us. And that's where like we plant the seeds, right? Through like becoming conscious and consciously planting the seeds, like really deciding this is what I want. This is who I want to be. This is what I want to do in my life, right? Plant that seed. But then we need to take the time to water those seeds with feeling the way that we want to feel more often than not. And, you know, nourishing those seeds by taking, you know, right action, which to me is inspired action, taking intuitively guided, inspired action, recognizing that even if something blows up, it's for your benefit. You're going to learn and grow and like strengthen those muscles, and then shining the sunlight of awareness, of your conscious awareness into that, onto those seeds, remembering them, bringing them into your conscious mind as often as possible. That's what the process is. And also allowing your systems, your energy, your spirit, your mental body, your physical body, and your emotional body, all the time and space and opportunity to heal, which is what I do in my the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble. The link is in the description box. It's a subscription where you receive that life force energetic healing sent to you, specifically coded for you, because the energy knows exactly what you need and it wants to give it to you. And so I send that to you every single day when you're a subscriber within that space. And then I go live in that space every Tune In Tuesday for you to come in, carve out that space, and sit and steep in the energetics of that space to allow yourself the opportunity to become more aware of the energetics that are happening around us from my perspective. Allow that to, you know, vibrate through you, and what does it drum up within you. And that's the process. And we kind of, you know, it's sort of like accountability for you, like making sure that you're reaching your goals and dreams and becoming and creating what you desire on purpose, right? Your dharma. So that's, again, that whole idea of enchantment, becoming crystal conscious clear of your thoughts, words, and actions. That brings us back to the resonant moon of attunement, this 28-day lunar cycle that we're flowing through right now. Those code keys are channel, inspire, and attunement. We are also cycling through a 13-day wave spell. That's the yellow star wave spell. Those code keys are beautifies, elegance, and art, which I love. Love the idea of seeking and finding beauty in the mundane things within our life, right? Like finding the simple elegance of the action that we take, the words that we speak, being conscious. That alone is just elegant in and of itself. And then the art that we're creating through our time and attention and doing things on purpose with purpose every day, intentionally, living intentionally as often as we possibly can. So through this yellow star wave spell that we're spiraling through, we're on day 8 of that wave spell, which brings us to the galactic tone of the Blue Eagle day. So we are in a Blue Galactic Eagle day today. And so that is what we are going to dive deeply into today. There's a link to the yellow star wave spell, the astrodreamadvisor.com, that I read if you want to follow along. There's a link to the daily affirmation that I'm going to read at the end of this if you want to read along with that. Both of those are in the description box. Please feel free. before I dive into that, I'm glad I just saw this. I wanted to remember. So anytime that there is a moon pictured on the calendar day, which there is on the Blue Galactic Eagle right here, this moon, half moon, we are in the first quarter half moon phase. So those qualities to sort of, just allow the quality and vibration of these words to sit with you and what they bring up for you. Knowing that, so this is the manifestation energy of the moon is peaking right now. And it's also sometimes thoughts and ideas of doubt, worry, concern about whether or not we can really manifest what we seek to bring into this world. That's really when these kind of start to crop up. So be aware, right? It starts with awareness. Just be aware of the fact that those can be cropping up. Take that conscious control over your thoughts, because your thoughts lead to feelings, and we are making that choice, whether conscious or unconscious, like every moment, every now moment, we have the opportunity to change the thought to create a different feeling. I feel like we just recently talked about that too. Like the resonant tone where, like even like the music that we listen to, like depending on what the song is, right? It invokes different feelings within us, right? Like that's the power of thought and words right there. Like when you listen to a song like Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves, most people get like that, like pep in their step, right? Like, ow! I mean, it's just a high energy, high vibe song, in my opinion. Whether you like the song or not is really irrelevant. Like it's a toe tap and dancing type of a song versus like Heavy by Linkin Park, which is more of a melancholy, like, somber song. So it really like evokes that emotion of sadness and depression, right? Like just by virtue of the song, right? Anyway, so if you want to change your feeling and you're struggling with getting out of your thoughts, maybe pick a song that makes you feel the way that you want to feel. That's a tool that you can put in your toolbox to utilize. So the first quarter half moon, the code keys, back on track here. The code keys are extension, courage, balance. So again, having the courage to really capture those thoughts, be very conscious and aware of what you're thinking and why. Does it serve you? The courage to look at those doubts and worries, to unpack them, be like, wow, okay, like I really, really think that about myself. I mean, I had to do that. Like I thought I was a piece of shit for so long. And I still come back around to that. Like, am I a piece of garbage? Am I a piece of trash? And I have to, sit with that and decide, like, not decide. Well, yeah, kind of decide what drummed that feeling and thought up in my brain, what triggered it, and what's the benefit? How can I release that? Because I really don't feel like that thought serves me in any way. It doesn't serve me to feel like I'm a piece of shit. It doesn't serve you to feel like you're a piece of shit, and you're not. It's a lie. I don't know why it's a lie that we tell ourselves. And if you don't tell yourself that lie, yay. I'm so very excited and grateful that you don't have that in your conscious awareness, because that is proof that I can rid myself of it too. And I am hopeful and waiting for that day. I'm close. I know I'm close, because I don't find myself in that space again nearly as often as, 10 years ago, 100, like I was like the worst human being on the face of the planet. Truly, that was what I told myself over and over and over. That was the tape in my head. And it's taken me, time to reprogram that tape in my own mind by, again, taking control of like, oh my gosh, why am I thinking that? Holy cow, where did that come from? Right? Like, all right. So in extension, courage, balance are like the main overarching code keys. And then the sub code keys, because this is what I mean. Like there's some in this like heading of black, and then there's some written in white. So these are the ones written in white. Organize, confront, right? Have the courage to confront your own doubts and worries. Motivate, assert, materialize, form. There's that word again, that structural form, right? Empower and pursue. Take that inspired action. All right, we're coming into roost with the Blue Eagle here. Blue Eagle is the tribe 15 out of the 20 tribes. Blue is associated with the direction west, which is that way in the way that I sit today, right here, right now. It's interesting. Generally, when I do these, I'm facing north. I find that interesting. West is that way. For those who are not familiar with the shamanic traditions, west is associated with jaguar. That's the shamanic totem that is associated with west. And the code key that is associated with the direction of west and the blue tribe is transforms. So something is being transformed today as we speak, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, spiritually, supernaturally, something in your space is being transformed. Maybe subtle, maybe like very blatantly, like you're like, holy crap. That was wild. I love it when that happens. All right. The quote for Blue Eagle is by Hazrat Inayat Khan. And it is, quote, "The journey towards perfection means rising above limitations, rising so high that not the horizon of one country or one continent only is seen, but that of the whole world. The higher we rise, the wider becomes the horizon of our view." Right? Like the eagle, that really like high up, expansive, keen vision, right? Eagles have keen vision. Yeah, did I share the code keys? They're the same as the Blue Eagle wave spell that we just went through. They are create, mind, vision. So today is a really great day, again, to revisit the intentions that we planted in the new moon and have the courage to stay the course, right? To pursue those intentions. Those are the code keys of the first quarter half moon energetics. Okay, Blue Eagle represents higher collective mind, visionary creativity, and planetary consciousness. Often shown with a globe in its eye, Eagle holds an expansive scope, a grand planetary perspective. Seeing with a broad and objective view, we travel beyond our limited or narrow perceptions of ourselves, our lives, and our world. Elevating our consciousness to meet with the planet mind, we can discover what our unique personal contributions are to assist the positive transformation of our shared reality. All who choose to attune to the planetary mind help inspire our collective consciousness to honor and serve the evolution, our living planet, and global society. I think there's supposed to be an of in there. Serve the evolution of our living planet and global society. Blue Eagle directs, voyage into the vast creative landscape of your soul. Discover unlimited clear seeing, fertile imagination, and groundbreaking ideas. Vision is a gift. Portray and reveal so others may also see, right? Which is what I just talked about with those who don't have the thought that they're a piece of trash in their minds. Like, you're portraying and revealing that even on a collective conscious energetic level. Like, you don't even have to say it out loud. Just knowing that within your own electromagnetic vibration, like really owning and knowing that you vibrate that out, you pulse that out into the world. And that alone reveals so that others may see. They'll see with a different eye, on a different playing field. It's true. Like everything matters, y'all. Everything. And it makes me sad that there's this thought. What am I thinking of? Thought. I can't think of the word. Well, just the idea is out there that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I say. I used to think and feel that way. It doesn't matter. But it does. Whether we're willing to admit it or not, it does. And I have found personally that the more that I truly stand on the foundation of, yes, it matters. Every little tiny, seemingly insignificant thing matters because it ripples out into the world at large on a planetary level. It has been so liberating for me, and it makes me feel more in control and more expansive. And again, like I matter. If everything matters, that means I matter, right? Like it's just so empowering. Again, that's been my experience. Okay. Da-da-da. Portray and reveal so others may also see. Bring your perspective from the highest, most all-encompassing viewpoint possible. Access the visionary within, seeing and believing in that which has not yet manifest. Give flight to your sacred vision. Y'all, I love this stuff. I love these ideas. I love sharing them. It's so awesome. I know that I personally, on a personal level, I know that I need to dive deeper into this, and I believe that I will. I believe as we continue to, as I continue to cycle through this, it's going to open up doorways for me to begin to share in a different way. But right now, step one, I'm using resources and I'm sharing them with y'all, and hopefully allowing spirit and the energetics to code into me, hard code into me, so that I can show up in this space in better ways. Again, portraying that for you to see as well and giving you permission to do the same. All right, so we are spiraling through this 13-day yellow star wave spell, and we have landed on tone 8, the tone 8 galactic tone of creation. Those code keys are harmonize, one of my favorite words right now. Harmonize, model, and integrity. What is the best? Oh, I'm sorry. The quote comes from, the same. Hazrat Inayat Khan. So he had the quote from Blue Eagle and Galactic Tone of Creation today. Quote, what is the best way to take in everyday life to lead one to life's ideal? The best way is to consider harmony as the first principle to be observed. That's cool. That's, again, like one of my intentions for the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble space is for each of us to have the space and opportunity to harmonize with our highest expression of self. So I love this, that the best way is to consider harmony as the first principle to be observed, that in all circumstances and situations and conditions, one should try to harmonize with one's fellow creatures. Harmony is the most essential thing in life. In plain words, inharmony attracts inharmony, whereas harmony attracts harmony. Yes. End quote. Again, that's by Hazrat Inayat Khan, Khan. I'm unfortunately not, I don't know who that is. Maybe one of you, maybe you do. If you do, put it in the comments. Let us know. Educate us. Because I'm here to learn right along with y'all. I am not the expert. at all. That's why I'm reading from the calendar and offering a link to the calendar so you can do the same. And we can come in here together and explore and unpack this together. Having explored the distinct resonances carried by subtle vibrations, we can focus on harmonizing, generating a pleasing combination of elements. So that's what harmonizing is, right? Generating a pleasing combination of elements. Whether this means establishing inner harmony, which my belief is where it all flows from, we cannot give away something that we haven't first received. So we need to receive that inner harmony from our highest self in order to be able to resonate that harmony out and like transfer or give it to another. Inner harmony or in relationship with others. Tone 8 calls us to align our conduct with our integrity, that we may genuinely model the truths and ideals we believe in. One definition of the code integrity is, quote, the state of being whole or undivided completeness. What do you need in order to feel and inspire completeness within your energetic makeup? As modeled by the harmonious whole of the galaxy. This tone reminds us integrity requires consistency. Again, consistency of coming together in that space. I mean, I don't care what you do, but if you're not consistently doing something to stay focused on your, like where you're heading, where you want to go, please consider subscribing to the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble and coming into that space. Because I show up consistently every Tuesday. Every Tune-In Tuesday, I'm there, and you receive that energetic healing every day. Consistency, unwavering adherence to the wisdom and grace of our personal values. Additionally, and again, to stay consistent, we need accountability, right? To have those people that are there that we know and can count on are going to be there for us, with us. It does help. And I'm not judgmental. Like if you show up, awesome. And if you don't, it's really okay, because you're getting that energy healing and it's going to benefit you in the long run regardless. That's how cool energy healing is. It knows where to go, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, and it will benefit you over time. Additionally, harmonization requires not compromise, but pliability, which is a willingness to bend, to meet others, to let go of personal attachments for the greater good. As we each uniquely stand as conduits of harmony, we act as mutual role models for one another, inspiring the establishment of galactic culture, actualizing the harmonious potential of our global society. The end quote is from Peace Pilgrim, and it is, quote, blessed are they who translate every good thing they know into action. Even higher truths shall be revealed to them. May it be. Yes, may it be. I'm hopeful. I want to show this again. I just love this month's picture. I might reference this over and over and over again. I just love this picture of how our energetic system flows. Like I really feel like this is, and I'm sure that it's more detailed. Not even gonna lie, I'm sure it's more detailed, but this is one of the best depictions of our electromagnetic field that I have personally ever come across, and I just freaking love it. I love it. In fact, I might, once this year's over, I might take this out and frame it and keep it. I love it that much. It's really cool artwork in this calendar. All right, so our what do you call it? Daily affirmation is what we're going to do. That's in the description box below. We're going to roll through that. So if you want to read along with me, you may. I harmonize in order to create, which I love that idea. I harmonize in order to create. Modeling mind. which is also super cool. Like when you think about like sculpting, like a model, like building a model, like actually bringing your what you're constructing in your mind into the physical. I harmonize in order to create modeling mind. Or you could be like modeling, like right, like piecing together how you want your mind to operate within, like not necessarily externally, but internally. Both work. So I harmonize in order to create modeling mind. I seal the output of vision with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of self-generation. That also really like hit like a resonant chord with me, like this idea of self-generation. We truly have untapped power and potential, each one of us. Yes, there is power in the collective and collaboration, for sure, no question. However, there's also self-generating power. And I believe that is where we are the most powerful and effective, is within, because again, it's what we have the most control over. All right. I'm just going to roll through that really fast because I feel like I stopped. And I kind of wanted to just roll through. So we're going to read it again. No stopping, no breaking down. I'll keep my thoughts to myself. I harmonize in order to create modeling mind. I seal the output of vision with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of self-generation. All right. This is, if you want to click on and go to the yellow star wave spell link that's in the description box below. That's what I'm going to be reading from in astrodreamadvisor.com. If you want to follow along with me, open up a new window, put it in there so you can stay with this broadcast. All right. So the question for day 8, how do I resonate harmoniously with the new golden octave, or the new energy that's being drawn in to the earth right now, this ascension that we're undergoing? Blue Eagle qualities: visionary, compassionate, service, commitment, global consciousness, belief in oneself, receiver, dreamer, hope, dreams and visions, planetary mind. Blue Eagle reminds you to step powerfully into your commitment as a planetary server. Your assignment includes whatever furthers your personal evolution and the evolution of the global mind. You are an awakener, a transformer, an empowered global visionary. In your vision, you have compassion for others, and your decisions are made in the light of global consciousness. Ask yourself how you might experience compassion towards self, compassion toward the earth, and compassion toward others. Take note of that, of what comes up for you. Be guided towards types of work, relationships, places to live, and projects that will benefit the earth and her creatures. Allow your spirit to expand, soar on your spreading wings and planetary perspective. Affirm, through your Gaia, I am also transformed. I am awakening as the return of divine love and light. We are all one. Gaia, as you awaken, I heal myself. As I awaken, you are healed. And together our petals open ecstatically to the new sun of flowers. It is up to each one of us to hold a positive vision and affirmation. For the means by which this miracle will occur is through changes in the one affecting the greater whole. Imagine the profound impact your loving thoughts have on planetary mind. You do make a difference. And I'm going to add, because you do matter. As you connect individually with the larger crystal grid network, your mind, Your power is multiplied exponentially. Okay, that's really interesting. Maybe the power of your mind is multiplied exponentially. Maybe that's why I read it that way. As you connect individually with the larger crystal grid network. I love that. The power of your mind is multiplied exponentially. I believe the power of your heart also is. The galactic grid is also known as the Mayan cobweb. All right, y'all. That is my that's my show for the day. Thank you so much for being in here, for coming into this space and sharing this very precious time with me. I so appreciate it. Time is the most expensive, precious, creative gift that we can share with one another. And I'm very, very thankful that you're here. So thank you. Truly, that is enough for me, for you to just be in this space. It's awesome. I love your energy. So very grateful that you're listening. And if you feel moved to do so, share this with someone that you feel like they might get benefit or be interested in, this new energetic flow of going through the Mayan Galactic Calendar of time, this matrix, this 1320 ratio matrix of time. I'm learning more about the 20 tribes, the glyphs, and the tones of creation, the 13 tones of creation. If you like this video, if you got value from it at all, please consider, if you're on your phone, just tap the thumbs up button, or if you're on your computer, click it. You can subscribe. If you want notifications when I go live to do these videos, click on the bell and it will notify you when I'm going live. If you want to connect with me, there's more links in the description box below. There's my free space where I do Monday meditative morning sessions every Monday in the harmonic.us. You can come on over to that space and hang out with me, where we kick off each week with our breath, tuning into our own inner heart mind space to reconnect and just kind of set off our work week on the right foot, so to speak. So I do that every Monday. And then, of course, I've talked about it multiple times this broadcast, the Tune In Tuesday sessions that I do within the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble. And I'd love to have you in there as well, if it feels like it resonates for you. And if not, that's totally fine. So with that, I am going to bid you farewell, beautiful love light. And until we meet again, go shine that beautiful love light. I love you so much.